Welcome to another episode of the Southern Boating Podcast. I'm Ian Sneed.
I'm James Anderson.
And today we're going to be talking about 5 outboard power catamarans that were in our Catamaran Buyer's Guide in April. Mm-hmm. That article is online and there's some great vessels here. I'm really excited about the 2 that have the walk-in showers. We're going to get to that. But before we jump into it, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell icon so that you are notified every time a new episode comes out. And with that, James, anything you want to say before we get into it, or do you just want to jump into the content?
I'll say let's jump in, but you forgot to say the magic word. Please hit the like button.
Oh, yeah. Please hit the like button. Thank you, James. Thank you for keeping me on point.
So returning to the Catamaran Buyer's Guide. So obviously there is, if you check out the article, there's a whole lot of different catamarans in there, from power catamarans to outboard catamarans. So many that we can't cover them all in one podcast.
Absolutely not. And 2 episodes ago, we did our power catamarans. So
Right.
I'll link that in the card. And I'll put the link in the description so that you can just go check it out if you want after this video. But today we're kicking it off with 4 Winns.
Yes. So this is actually a boat that you've been on. We have been on this together, actually. A
Yeah,
rare occurrence.
actually, yeah.
Right? And that's the Winns TH36.
Right.
And every time that I see this or get on board of this boat, because now I've been on board multitudes of times, I'm always impressed by this one.
There's so much space on it. It's incredible.
Yeah, you don't realize it.
Right.
It looks so much smaller in pictures than when you see it in person.
Right.
It's a sizable boat. It's got a lot of space to it, a lot of entertaining space.
A lot of entertaining
really what
space.
it's for.
I love it. It's design-wise, space-wise, all of the purposes that I would use the vessel for, like it has all of it, right? So right off the top, length overall, 38 feet 5 inches, a beam of 14 feet 7 inches. It's really, really stylish. I mean, you can kind of look at it like a bow rider because of how much space it has at the bow.
Oh, yes.
Like, and then the
storage space.
The storage space there too is incredible.
Correct. And then you got a lot of lounging space. So there's just a lot on this boat that is not really accounted for. So
Right.
I think it shows extremely well in person.
Oh, absolutely. Like
Right.
the suspended hardtop, like, you know, it's a really striking image when you actually see the profile and how it looks like it's suspended over that center space.
That's exactly right. And then there's just, there's a nice galley. There's a whole lot to this boat. There's sun pads both on the bow and on the stern. So there's a lot of different lounge areas. You can do a lot with this boat. There's the 2 guest rooms basically. So
The 2 ensuite cabins.
The 2 ensuite cabins. So you can actually make it a weekend boat if you want to.
I took that away from this. I was like, this is definitely a weekend kind of getaway vessel.
It definitely could be. You want to go over to the Bahamas for the weekend and find some remote areas to enjoy. Absolutely not a bad fit there. So I like it. But then there's some options too. So currently it comes powered by twin 300 horsepower outboards, and you can upgrade to 350s as well.
Right.
So there's some options as well to make this boat a little, sweeten it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But go ahead, go check it out. It's a very nice boat. I think it's one that could suit a lot of people very well.
Oh, absolutely. Very flexible ranges as far as who would like it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, it suits just about everybody, it seems like.
Let's jump to the next vessel. We're going to be talking about Caymas.
So yes, the new Caymas.
Yeah,
right?
the new Caymas,
We
right.
just saw this debut at the Miami Boat Show this year, and that's the new 44 CT.
Correct.
And every time that we walked by, this boat had a ton of people on it. So we knew it was getting a great reception. Beautiful boat. I think everything by Caymas is always beautiful.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite brands.
So length overall, 44 feet 1 inch, and the beam of 12 feet.
So, and this is a true fishing boat.
Oh, 100%.
This is pretty much a real fisherman's boat. You've got a lot of stuff on here, like the 4 190-gallon in-floor fish boxes, twin 60-gallon transom live wells, a 210-gallon console coffin box, and more.
And more than that. It's more than that. It keeps going.
It's got a lot of tricks to it, a lot of storage to it, everything you could need to go on a very serious fishing trip.
And it's meant to go offshore because it's powered by quad engines.
Right.
So it's quad Mercury or Yamaha. It really is like a fishing powerhouse.
It is. Everything that they build is always high quality, great builds, purpose built. You know, so they know what you want to do. They're going to go build that boat and make it really suit your needs.
And you can tell that it's for, you know, if you're taking a group of people out fishing, because they have the dual row seating under the hardtop, plus the other lounger behind it. Like, it's incredible. It's a great fishing vessel.
It's one I would like to get a sea trial on that boat, actually.
Yeah.
The next one is a little bit different. This is the Aspen Power Catamarans, the new C128, and this is their flagship model. So this is the top of their line, and it seems very impressive to me. Right now, they're in the process of building this boat.
Yeah, I like the fly bridge.
This is really interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's a 46 foot in length and then 13 feet 11-inch beam. So this is not a small boat by any means, but it is also powered by outboards, which would be twin 300 horsepower Suzukis. And these have the counter-rotating blades on them. Right. So twin props counter-rotating. It cruises from anywhere to 18 to 20 knots with a 270-mile range.
And this is definitely like a cruising catamaran because it has 3 ensuite staterooms with a king berth master. And then on top of that, with the flybridge, you know that it's literally meant to be out on the water.
This would be a perfect boat if you're getting into that where you almost want a power catamaran, but you don't want to step up to a 50 or a 60.
Right.
But you still want something of good size and you want outboards.
Exactly.
This is a great choice. So I encourage looking at Aspen Power Catamarans because they really do build a great boat. They got a couple of different models. And now this flagship one really catches my attention.
Oh, absolutely. I love the design lines on it. I love how they have that swim platform that's like separating the 2 engines. And then when you take into account the systems, it's literally made for easy maneuvering. This vessel is made for easy maneuvering and for comfort. I really like everything I'm reading about it, everything I'm seeing about it.
So the next one down on our list that we're going to cover today, and this one is an ArrowCat, and it's the ArrowCat 420. And we're looking at a 41 foot, 9 inches total length, and then a beam of 14.9. So you can see that's just a little bit smaller than the boat we just talked about, but it's also a different setup. This one's really a semi-custom. So you work with ArrowCat to kind of fine-tune some of the little things about this boat to get it to where you want it and what makes sense to you and what purpose you're going to use this boat for.
You know, one thing that stood out when I was reading about it is it's a 100% composite structure. So you know you're going to have like that lasting strength that you need. And then also the design lines are very sleek. It looks like it's cutting like through the water, through there. Like, you know those action shots of cars that are literally racing? It looks like that, but it's just
the zoomy lines after it. In
you kind of want to draw those little lines. You know, it's just interesting because it has a top speed of over 40 knots and a range of over 300 miles, or I think it's about 300 miles.
Spot on, and that's some good range at that speed. To be honest,
and this is one of the vessels that has the walk-in shower, and it's another king-size berth. Very performance-based, as you could tell, with the speeds and the range, but it's also very practical with the comfort inside and the staterooms and all of that. I really liked it.
The last one that we're going to cover is one that we actually have a small video of, right? When we were at Stewart, we got on this boat, and we did a small little video, and that's going to be the WorldCat 400 DCX. And this is WorldCat's dual console. There's an abundant seating throughout the entire boat while there's a lot of storage and while there's a lot of space once we got on board. And that's fully what I remember. Now, you got a really detailed...
We got a detailed walkthrough
of it. Yeah. So this is a 39 feet, 8 inches in total length, and then a 12 foot, 8-inch beam. And it seemed a lot wider than that.
It really did. It felt like it was at least 50% bigger than what you would assume it was. There was a lot. So this was the second vessel that has the walk-in shower. See, the starboard console holds the head and the walk-in shower. And then it has twin Garmin displays. It has AC. It has twin outboards up to 1,200 horsepower. So again, when you're looking at this vessel, you're thinking, I'm going to hit any kind of waves coming at me so I can get to where I'm going. Nothing's going to stop me. And I love that about this vessel. But on top of that, as we walked through it at Stewart, it was so comfortable, so extremely comfortable. And it felt so spacious. Like, I'm sitting there, trying to record, somebody's walking through and we're both maneuvering through the vessel. And I'm getting into the angles that I need to, take the images or the footage that I need. And at no point did I feel like I was cramped up against the wall, like getting into weird positions to record. It was just comfortable the whole time.
Right.
which speaks volumes.
Right. Those are just 5 out of the multitudes of different catamarans that we have in there. I mean, we didn't cover some of the ones that are still in here, like the Freeman Boat Works, Invincible. There's a Twin V that's in here. There's just a lot of different models. So I highly suggest checking out the article, reading through it.
Absolutely.
You know, if you didn't hear something from us on this podcast, don't think that it's not in the article, because it very well may be. And then if it's not in the article, let us know what you're looking for.
Right.
Let us see if we can get to work.
And I want to say thank you to the people that emailed us asking about this episode, because you don't know, but I actually received a couple emails asking about the Outboard Catamaran episode. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so
Perfect.
Hopefully, this is what you were looking for. You have more questions. Obviously, I'm responsive, so feel free to email me again.
Perfect. Well, until next time, I'm James Anderson.
I'm Ian Sneed.
We'll see you next week.
Look at that, James. We're efficient.
No, you are. I just come in here and sit down and run my mouth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, so you are taking credit for everything?
100%. 1,000%.